started with a blog, a simple personal blog hosted on a home computer by an engineer working at LinkedIn. And that blog, it became the first step in a chain reaction that would compromise the data of over 117 million people across three major companies: LinkedIn, Dropbox, and FormSpring. But let's rewind. Hey everyone, welcome to our show Dark Logs, where we pull back the curtain on the hidden world of cybercrime and the human stories behind the hacks. Each episode, we break down real cases, some shocking, some overlooked, but all of them important. This is our episode 1 of the most infamous cyber attacks that affected millions of users around the world. You might not know the name Yevgeny Nikulin, but after today, you won't forget it. See, cybercrime isn't what Hollywood shows you. It's not a person hunched in a hoodie doing everything alone. It's a network. One person breaks in, another sells the data, someone else buys it, and that stolen information, often used for spams, scams, or even more breaches. So, when LinkedIn was hacked, that was just the beginning. Our hacker wanted access to LinkedIn's personal internal network. He knew their external systems were secure: firewalls, audits, monitoring tools, all locked down. But what about remote access? Employees working from home? That's where he looked. He searched LinkedIn for engineers and found one who had posted a personal website. That site hosted from his home computer. That blog led the hacker to another website hosted from the same IP. The second site had a vulnerability. He uploaded a malicious script, gained access to the home server, and then brute forced his way into the engineer's iMac. What he found there? A VPN profile and private key. Basically, the digital keys to LinkedIn's internal doors. And just like that, he was in. He connected to LinkedIn's network from Moscow and quietly downloaded usernames, email addresses, and password hashes. No alerts, no blocks. LinkedIn had no idea. 3 months passed before LinkedIn even knew it had been breached. They found their data for sale on underground forums. Panic set in. They launched a full blown internal investigation, code red. A war room was set up. Logs were checked. The breach traced back to one engineer's home iMac. And by then, the hacker had already moved on. With LinkedIn data in hand, the hacker began cracking passwords. And here is where it got worse. An engineer at Dropbox had reused his LinkedIn password for his work login. Using that one reused password, the hacker got into Dropbox's corporate network and stole data of 20 million users. Same tactic again. Using credentials from earlier hacks, he broke into FormSpring, a Q&A platform. He accessed their admin panel, installed a backdoor, and made off with another huge user database. 3 companies, all breached by the same person in just a few months. By now, the FBI was tracking him. They followed the digital trail: IPs from Russia, unusual browser signatures, reused emails, even credit card traces. Everything pointed to one name: Yevgeny Nikulin, a 20-year-old from Moscow who liked fast cars and smart hacks. In 2016, Nikulin made a mistake. He traveled to Prague. Czech authorities, working with the FBI, arrested him in a restaurant. Calm, quiet, no drama. After 2 years of legal battles, he was extradited to the US. The evidence was overwhelming: stolen data, traced IPs, forum posts, testimonies from LinkedIn, Dropbox, from Spring, and the FBI. In 2020, Nikulin was found guilty on all counts and sentenced to 7 years in prison, plus $1.7 million in restitution. Let's be very clear, this wasn't about fancy tools or technical wizardry. It was about simple mistakes: reusing passwords, hosting personal sites from work machines, ignoring suspicious logins. It shows how one gap in one person's habits can bring down $1 billion company. If you work in tech or use the internet at all, this matters. Use a password manager. Don't reuse passwords. Watch your digital footprint and never assume you're too small to be a target. Because sometimes a hacker isn't looking for the company, they are looking for you. To our listeners, if this story made you rethink your own online habits, then it's already done its job. Make sure to use a password manager, turn on two factor authentication, and if you're hosting something from home, maybe just don't. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider subscribing, sharing, or leaving a review. It helps more than you know. And if you're watching this on YouTube, hit that like button and drop your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear what you think. Until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and stay secure. Bye.